biggest surprise, I'm gonna start it and go with James Madison, beating Michigan State in East Lansing, following it up by beating Kent State at Kent State. They're playing close games and they're winning close games. And I got them in the top 20 right now because I think they've earned it. I'm not sure they stay there, but again, what Mark Byington has done with this group is really impressive so far. They're as big a surprise to me as there is in the country so far. They have to be.
Yeah. No, what a first week they had. That was crazy. Yeah. I'm going to go your Arizona Wildcats. Yeah. Not because I didn't think they'd have a good year. I did. But they have, to me, the best true road win in college basketball.
Yep.
I think their personnel, I was so unsure of what Caleb Love would look like. And I think he still has his moments, but for the most part has tried to play, I think, in what Tommy Lloyd wants him to do. I love Colin Boswell. I thought the toughness that he played with at Duke and the way that he kind of runs the team is pretty impressive. Pelle Larsson's just an underrated good player. Garja, he's tough. They play with tempo. They shoot it. They've got size with Ballo. The young kid, Krivas, I thought played really well at Duke. Tough. Just in terms of he's tough and didn't back down to Filipowski. Keyshawn Johnson, just a winner, made plays into that game. So huge opportunity for Michigan State in Palm Springs. They play each other on Thanksgiving. And I'm doing the Purdue game the 16th. That's going to be a war.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. That'll be a great game. I'll be there too. Another surprise for me, Kentucky. Yep. I didn't think they'd even be able to play with Kansas that early.
No, they showed everybody something that and that's without those bigs that are out.
I wonder if they're better without the bigs in a way. I think you need one big.
But with Hunter,
right?
Hunter was eating them alive.
He was, but I'll tell you what, they were so athletic, they made it really difficult for Hunter defensively because they were attacking.
But you'd probably like the option, if you've got a big 7'2" guy that's just murdering you, to say, you know what, we need to throw somebody out. We can always go back to being small, but we don't have the option to go big right now.
No question. You'd love to have one of them. I'm not sure all three bigs is what you want, because right now, and you can tell me about this, because I feel like in a way it's an advantage sometimes to play 8 guys and they all know they're going to play, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, 10 can get to the point where guys aren't getting enough run to actually be productive.
And are they upset? Are they going to be a locker room issue potentially? If you're taking minutes away from a guy who got him earlier in the season, you're adding 2 bigs, you're starting to play, some big lineups, and somebody's going to be affected by that that's getting 25, 28 minutes a game right now.
Yeah. You know what I think has been impressive about Kentucky is that they're playing so fast on offense and not turning it over.
Amazing.
I mean, they are flying.
Yes.
And you mentioned the athletes. They shot it pretty well. I like what I've seen from Kentucky so far.
Reed Sheppard. I like Reed Sheppard. When I've seen him for a couple of years on the circuit, and I liked him a lot, but I didn't know if he'd be this good because I didn't know if he'd get the opportunity. I just didn't know Cal would play him this much. But again,
don't you feel like he just knows how to play?
Fuck yeah. Yes.
He just knows what's going on. And that
he moves the ball, Rob.
You've got some skill and you know what's going on.
He moves the ball. The other guys are not ball movers. They're scorers. Dillingham is electric, man. He is so fast. His quickness, his burst. I loved him on the circuit. My biggest question, and Kentucky fans kind of went off on me about this, but my biggest question was how Wagner and Dillingham would fit together on the court, because I felt like if you got them both, you're going to have to play them both 30 minutes apiece. And I don't know if that's the best thing for this team.
That's fair. I mean, I just think it's crazy. Reed Sheppard has the 10th highest offensive rating in all of college basketball. 163 points for every 100 possessions. I mean, he is efficient. He has been good for that team.
Yeah, he makes shots. He moves the ball. He's a high IQ kid. The AU team he played with was with Gabe Cupps, and they were fun to watch. They just moved the ball. And I've said this about Gabe Cupps. If you give Gabe Cupps enough players around him, and that includes shooters around him, he could be a really good point guard. If you don't give him shooters,
Gabe Cupps is really tough. I just think that sometimes when he's asked to do maybe something he's not ready for,
totally
from an offensive standpoint, you're putting him in a spot where he's just going to struggle to be successful.
And
but defensively, he's a pit bull.
But he's not physical. Like Reed Sheppard is bigger, stronger.
Well, Gabe Cupps also looks like he's like 14.
Correct.
He looks like a little kid still playing college basketball.
Yep. I mean, he's going to be a really good player.
No, he's good.
If you're playing him 30 minutes, which you don't, but if you're expecting him to have a huge role as a freshman, I don't know if that's fair to Gabe Cupps, where Reed Sheppard needs to play for this Kentucky team. And they were very, very surprising, impressive